What's up there, misfits? Welcome to Pages of Ascension. Of course, welcome back if you've been hanging out with me here for a little bit now. So this is going to be a reading for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, these readings are not dated or specified to, your sun, moon, or rising or anything like that. Look at this reading for wherever you've got Pisces in your chart, okay? And, because of the fact that these are undated, whenever you come across this reading is when you're supposed to watch it. So, flow with it. All right, so Pisces, I hope you are doing well. I do want to point your attention to this. Wait, hold on. Up, there we go. This side of your screen. I'm being so extra right now. Go ahead and read the disclaimer. All right, that is for any and every single video on my channel. So if you're down, stick around. If not, this is a good time to exit stage left, okay? So yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I am feeling particularly energetic here during this Aquarius season. Could be because I've got a whole lot of fire up in my chart, and fire and air do work very well together, but it could also be because, new year, new age. I think many of us are trying to press reset. Just remember, even though the calendar new year has not kicked off in the most positive way that we've all hoped, it's really the astrological new year that counts. So look at the spring equinox as your new year and celebrate then, okay? All right, so let's just get one more card out for you and we can get this party started. Oh, and there it is. I saw it flip. Beautiful. Okay, make sure nothing else. There we go. Alrighty, so let me just make sure that y'all can see the cards, because that's been super weird figuring out with this new angle. But, oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, also want to mention, I will be pulling a tarot card at the end of your reading. Is kind of like the theme, if you will. So if you start seeing the elements of this particular card following you around after you watch this video, then it might be a sign to come back and watch this video, or that this information could resonate for you. Okay, so bottom of the deck. Oh, gamble. All right, we've got dice. Interesting. Okay, let's look at your cards. Oh, okay. That's the first time this card has come up. So, I actually don't even know how to describe this particular card. Give me just 1 second. So it was weird. I've been using the same Lenormand deck for, I don't know, 2 years now, and I went through and I cleansed it and put everything back in order, and it just still didn't feel right. So I took a leap, scrounged up some change, and got the same deck, but it's like the extended one by Ciro. And it feels good. It feels very light. So I feel like that was the right move, but there's some new cards in here that I'm not particularly familiar with. So this lady would be one of them. So we've got Lady 2. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So the way that Ciro is explaining this particular card, this feminine energy with is that this is someone who is embodying the true raw power of femininity. Okay? I feel like based on what I'm seeing here. Oh, I haven't even showed you the cards. Okay, so we've got woman, we've got tower, clover, the key, and the ring. Okay, so like I was saying, I feel like this is a feminine energy who, this is someone who has grasped the entirety of their own raw power, okay? And they've had to do this, I would say, in a place of business, a place of work. So it's possible that you as a feminine energy are working in some type of corporate environment that is masculine dominated, okay? So it's forced you to not shrink yourself or shrink your femininity in order to gain respect in this particular industry. But I feel like it's caused you to go further within and to explore your own feminine traits and get in touch with that, okay? And I feel like this was the smart move to do. Or if this is something that you're currently considering right now as the best way to approach this, I feel like that's what this reading is telling you. You don't need to be, you know, one of the boys, if you will, in order to fit into this environment. You can be your own raw, powerful, genuine self. And you're not going to have any issues. In fact, I do feel like by taking this route and this approach in this particular environment, it's actually going to increase your luck, potentially increasing your income. I think at the very minimum, it's going to increase your opportunities because you're being authentic to self. Okay, now doing that is quite literally what's going to, like I said, break open these opportunities. It's going to unlock doors for you by doing this, all right? And as a result of that, there are going to be some new contracts coming in for you. Probably people clamoring to work with you, okay? And because the gamble card came out, and because of the raw Venusian power that's located in this particular card, I do want to mention that I could be speaking to someone who is considering going into adult entertainment. I see it, I have to say it, okay? Again, being your authentic self in this particular industry is going to bring you way more luck than trying to be a copycat of someone else. And again, no judgment, because I don't do that, okay? But I do feel like there's going to be a lot of doors that are opening up for you. All right, so let's go ahead and look at your clarifiers. So yeah, entertainment industry, general as an umbrella, but that could also include adult entertainment. And I'm saying that because I see it. So there's that. This could be a beauty industry as well. Or like an institution that is primarily focused on or caters to women and beauty, and embodying feminine energy, okay? So, you know, think of any company that's really targeted towards or marketing towards women, and that would fall under that umbrella. So let's look at these first two cards. Well, that's a bummer. Okay. So we've got community and a thief. Let me see if I can actually hold these up so y'all can see them. That is a bummer. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, we've got child. All right. So, this could be someone within the community, I feel like, who, this feels a lot like intellectual property theft, if you will, more than anything else, versus a physical threat. And we're going to consider that confirmation. So, it could be someone within the communities, like, trying to steal your ideas, trying to steal your swagger, okay? And here's the thing that I'm seeing about this person. Their motivations or motives anyway behind doing this may have to do with the fact that they have a child to take care of. So they're thinking of that child first and foremost, and not necessarily thinking about your feelings or how what they're doing is affecting you, your career, your business. Is it an excuse? No. Quite frankly, I think that is that's not really a lesson you want to teach your kid, to steal from other people instead of being original and figuring out stuff yourself. Okay, but you know, to each their own. So, just one moment. I need my incense, man. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, I feel like that's their motive. I feel like they're taking a risk doing this, but they're taking that risk because they've got a kid to take care of. Again, to each their own. All right, let's go ahead and look at these two. Toil and labor. Oops, let's do that. Let's do that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's this one. House. Okay. Mature masculine energy at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so Tower and Clover are coming out with toil and labor in house. And I feel like you're probably in this line of work or taking this gamble, this risk of going into this line of work. And again, I feel like it's entertainment specifically. Okay. I feel like you're doing that and you're willing to put the work in because you want your own home. You want property. Okay. And I almost, like, it feels like because you have that intention with this, that you will be lucky, you will be successful, you're going to get the doors open that you are seeking, you're going to be able to get the financial backing that you're seeking because of that, okay? Let's continue to look at these. So, between the Clover and the Key, whoop! Oh, unexpected income. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Get one more card. Okay, so the expectation you have walking into this is that you're gonna end up with income. Okay, now because unexpected income is coming up versus like any of the other fortune or money-based cards in this deck, it makes me think that like you recognize doing this, that the income may not necessarily be steady, but that there will be something coming in. Okay, that's the expectation in going into this. And I feel like you are lucky within that matter, but the question you want to be asking yourself is, what are you sacrificing in order to get into this work? And I say that because we've got the imprisonment card at the bottom of the deck. So what that tells me is that you may go into this work and you may even be incredibly good at this work, okay? But there's a chance you're not going to feel fulfilled, that it's going to feel like you're trapped in this line of work once you get into it, okay? And that's actually a common thing that I've heard in like interviews with people who were in the entertainment industry and they wanted to branch out into something else, or even those who've been in the adult entertainment industry. It's like once they got in, they felt like they couldn't get out because the money was so good and so on and so forth, okay? So we could be talking about a similar type of scenario here, and it doesn't have to just be entertainment, even though that's what I see here. We could be talking about like say you work for like a makeup company, okay? And you enjoy makeup, you enjoy, you know, bringing out the beauty in people and having them see themselves in a new manner. But for whatever reason, working for this company, it makes you feel trapped and very limited in the amount that you can do with your skills regarding makeup. That is just an example, okay? So, there is this expectation of the income not being stable, which makes me think that this is probably a side hustle. Okay, but regardless, it's going to open up opportunities for you. Okay, I feel like you just need to moderate your expectations, and recognize that in any industry there's good and bad. Okay, regardless of that industry. Let's move on to your last two. Can I get a couple cards for the key and the ring? Okay. Oh, hello. I don't ever think I've seen that happen before. Okay, so plot twist. So with the key and the ring coming out, underneath that you've got main male and main female. Okay, so a masculine and a feminine energy, I feel like, coming together for some type of contract, whether that is for, you know, a partnership business wise, and it could be because we do have the Tower here, or this is coming together for a romantic partnership or elevating some partnership. That is in the cards. Confirmation in the cards here, what I'm seeing. However, the caveat that you need to be wary of is that you got the bad health card underneath the deck. So I don't know if this is like the workplace isn't as secure as you think it is. What it tells me is there is an elevated risk of illness in this line of work, regardless to the line of work. I mean, obviously, if we're talking about someone who is interested in doing adult entertainment, it goes without saying there's a lot of risks, you know, having sex for work. All right. Now, if this is just the entertainment industry, generally speaking, that we're talking about, you know, we're in the middle of that thing that shall not be named that's still kind of ruining everything. All right. So there is an inherent risk in being around large groups of people. And when you're on a film set, you're around large groups of people. That's just the real of it. You know, whether that's you or the person that you are getting involved with. Okay. If you're around a lot of other people and then you're coming home and being with each other, you know, in the same space, that's a risk. It is an inherent risk. Okay. It's a gamble. So, interesting. This is a very interesting reading. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay. But what I am seeing is this approach to your work is going to open doors for you. Okay. So I do feel like you're on the right track. All right, so let's go ahead and look at your other cards. So what your soul's trying to get through to you, you ended up actually getting 2 cards for this one. So, oh, okay, interesting. So it says, enter your sacred space, commune with your fairy allies. All right, and then it also says, weave your own destiny. Bitchin'. Okay, so I don't think I've ever seen these 2 cards come out before, and I've certainly never seen them come out to, you know, with each other. So we're definitely popping in the book on this one. So I've literally been playing with this deck for like 3 years. I've literally never seen either one of these cards, Pisces. Like, holy cow. Y'all always have the most interesting stuff. Okay. So, this says, approach the dwellings of fairies and ancestors with reverence and respect. Interdimensional contact is both natural and illuminating. Now that's really telling, considering this other card that popped up with it, which is just like, and I don't know how well y'all can see this, but this is a feminine energy surrounded in outer space. And the fact that we're talking about Venus here, like Venusian energy, Venus energy here, it almost reminds me of this idea of the primordial feminine energy, okay? The great mother, the mother of all mothers, okay? The mother of everything, if you will. So that's really interesting. Now, how this ties in is it could be because you're going into this line of work, you somehow are able to open up the line of communications with ancestors. It's possible that there was someone else in your family who was in this line of work. It's really common. We see it in Hollywood all the time. Like, someone manages to make it into Hollywood, and that gives their kids or their other family members a foot in the door into Hollywood as well. We could be talking about generations of this. So, look into that. Okay. If maybe you already have some connections in the industry that you're trying to get into that you didn't quite realize at first. All right. Again, because especially with this connection with the main the main masculine energy. And again, the argument could be made that this is a couple. It could be. But based on the other cards, I feel like this is a business partnership of some sort, or even like a mentorship. Okay. So let's look at Weave Your Own Destiny. So this card says, take a leap of faith, intuit necessary changes in your life, embrace the unknown cycle. Okay. So yeah, that's really telling with everything else that's on the board. Things are about to change for you. There is a change of luck. There are doors that are about to open, okay, for you. I do think you need to be very conscious about your health as you take on this endeavor, to make sure that you're taking calculated risk, if you will, versus just risking yourself for no reason. All right. So the advice Spirit has for you is Wunjo. Interesting. So Wunjo, perfection, joy ushers a period of peace and comfort. Bask in success, rest and replenish yourself. So actually just realized after reading that a new way to finally remember the definition of this card, and that's like gathering and joy and music and art. For some of you, what Wunjo is saying to you is that you're going to be okay. Okay, there's going to be a reason to celebrate. The sun is beginning to come out. You will be very successful. You're going to cultivate new friendships. There's a lot of good that is about to enter your life. Okay, so think of banjo. Wunjo banjo. When you play a banjo, whether or not you even like the music, you still tend to like sway your body a little bit because it's like, get them tunes on, right? I personally like the bass guitar, but I digress. Okay, so there are going to be reasons for you to celebrate, I feel like, over the next 30 days as you're taking this on. So let's go ahead and wrap this up with a tarot card for you. So this is just the major arcanas that have been pulled out of this particular reading, and you can kind of look at it as a theme. So if you see this energy like following you around, you can take it as a sign that you're on the right path, or even that you need to come back and take a peek at this reading for additional information, because time provides context, if nothing else. Right? So let's see what we've got here. Pull one out. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So you got the Justice card, which is social justice warrior in this particular deck. Okay. So the qualities are innocence, empathetic, privileged, judgmental. All right. The description says you protect others from the injustices your parents sheltered you from. Is your effort to police ignorance in service of those on the front line, or fuel for the delusion that you are a good person? So the place equals safe space, and the totem is trigger warning. Okay, so what that tells me is that for some of you, there's going to be some people who do not agree with what you're trying to step into, straight up. Okay. And then on the other end, what this tells me, with justice being the theme here, is that the chickens have come home to roost. They have come home to roost. So if there's anyone who has been holding you back, who's been trying to block your path, who's been trying to keep doors closed, justice is about to smack them. Okay, they're about to get a taste of their own medicine. So we're gonna go ahead and call that here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and all that jazz. Remember, your peace is your power, and I'll see you later. Bye.